What's up, motherfucker? So, guess I figured since I have this long drive home and I'm kind of bored, let's do, like, you know, how-tos. You know, first I was talking about trigger finger and this other shit, so now let's talk about gauging your ears, because, like, why not? So, how I started was my dad pierced my ears for the first time. Why the fuck is this weird motherfucker slowing down? So, my dad pierced my ears for the first time once upon a time on Christmas Eve. He did like the regular holes like in your main earlobes, and then he did what is referred to as like doubles or whatever, where he pierced the hole above the other hole. So I had 4 earrings in my ears, and of course we were drinking and I didn't give a shit, and so I had earrings. And then like Laura or Sierra, mainly Laura though, which is my now sister-in-law, would pierce like my cartilage, and we put like lip rings through it and stuff like that. And then long story short, I wanted gauges because I literally always wanted to have 3/4 gauges, which I actually have now, so I guess I do feel accomplished. Because I used to see like the tapers, because obviously there's plugs, which are just like the round ones, and then you have like you can get those like in smaller, I mean, I guess you can get them in bigger size, but like the weird tribal looking things, like they're generally wood or made with some kind of like turquoise looking, tribal looking bullshit, which are cool, but I feel like they were kind of gay for me, so I didn't really use them that much. But yeah, so basically I started out like with regular earrings, and then what I would do, which it's really not how you do it, but luckily I had enough earlobe where it didn't rip. So what I did is, I believe I put like 14s in, maybe 16s, then 14s, then 12s, and then I know I went to 10, and then I believe I did like 6, and then I went to 2, and then I went to, it's either 00 or 0, yeah, the 00, and I forgot the other ones, to be completely honest, but I remember I literally did it about every 2 weeks. Once I literally did it like a week after. I'm amazed my ears didn't rip. But yeah, you're supposed to keep each taper in for like a month. I was honestly told like a couple months, but to have them like do it properly, but I have a very short attention span and I'm very impatient. So like I said, I went up about 2 sizes every 2 weeks. I'd basically have, Laura or Sierra shove them through my ear. And you would hear that pop, and it'd be like this excruciating pain, and I'd probably take a drink or whatever and go about the day. But, so yeah, luckily they didn't rip. I remember this one time I literally had my grandma, put in my final, I remember it was like clear and yellow, which is exactly the one I wanted, besides like the kind of like neon glow in the dark type yellow. Those are always my dream gauges, if that makes sense. But I had my grandma force these 3/4 through my ears, and with her arthritic hands, she did, and I was like the happiest. And that was also on a Christmas, weirdly enough. And then I remember I took it out because I thought Sierra was gonna get. Hey! I thought Sierra was gonna get mad at me. What are you doing? Why are you fighting? What are you doing? Sorry, I kind of got interrupted. What are you guys doing? Yeah, okay, so you're gonna lick him after you guys were fighting? Really? Be nice. Shit. Make up. Yeah, good boy. Be nice to him. Anyways, that was so weird. They've never fought before. That's so weird. So yeah, basically with tapers, it tapers, like, it's a little point, and it goes to, like, the round part, which is probably, like, I don't know, a little itty bitty piece, like, an 1/8 of an inch from the end, and you just push it on through. You can use oil, but I stopped using that because I feel like it got it more infected. And then I know my sister-in-law actually used to clean hers with like Neosporin and the oil and stuff, but I never did, because I feel like when you put Neosporin, you're trying to make them heal, which if you're trying to make them heal, that means they kind of start to close up. So I never was about that. I just would wash them with soap and water, or my body wash, shampoo, whatever works, and they seem to heal fine. They smelled for quite some time, and when I was like worse with like hygiene, I guess you could say, like they would get red and itchy and kind of get like infected, or like the second hole above would kind of fill up. But that happens with like regular piercings anyway. But yeah, so they no longer smell or anything. I mean, they get dirty just like your normal skin would get dirty, but I mean, I've had gauges for like fucking 12 years. So I mean, I don't really know any different now. Like almost more than half my life. Kind of. I'm 26 and a half, so kind of. And then yeah, might as well talk about the rest of my piercings. So, you guys behaving? Okay. So, I guess also I had, the next thing I got was I got my lip pierced, and of course, I couldn't just get my lip, no, I got my tongue pierced. So I thought it was the coolest thing because, you know, Laura had her tongue pierced, her uncle had her tongue pierced by some tweaker in my mom's kitchen, and it was kind of inspiring, so I went to, I think it was either Generation Rock or whatever, yeah, and got my tongue pierced. My dad took me, of course. I remember my dad took me for most of my piercings, and my mom took me for some, which was kind of funny, because honestly, she didn't really give a shit. My dad thought it was cool, but whatever. And so that when they pierced my tongue, it didn't hurt as much as I thought it would. Like, now, I couldn't even imagine doing that, but because I wanted it, like, so bad. You know, they even tell you that you could, like, lose your fucking taste, or if they hit a vein, like, you have to sign a waiver that, like, they're not responsible if you die, so that's always fun, you know. But I mean, it was all good. I mean, it ruined my teeth. Like, from grinding my teeth, they were bad anyway, and would have been bad, but from, like, tweaking and drinking and being stupid, I bit that thing so many times, or would roll it across my back of my teeth, and it would just wear down my teeth so bad. Then I got my lip pierced, but instead of just getting one side, you know, being me and wanting to look like Sonny Moore, I got snake bites. And then that wasn't enough, and I got, like, the Lebrette piercing, which is, like, the one in the middle at the of your bottom lip. And then I was like, you know what? I love Metro Station. Let's get fucking angel bites. You know, I never got my Medusa pierced. I never got my septum pierced. I got my eyebrow pierced. And then I had both of my eyebrows pierced by my dad. He literally took a dart from his dartboard, lit it with his lighter, dumped some vodka on it, and shoved it through my face. And then I was like, fuck it, let's do the other one, man. It'll look like fucking horns, you know? And so, boom, I had 2 eyebrow piercings. I was literally, like, totally full of piercings, and I think it was basically, I took on my angel bites first because they were fucking annoying. I think I had my eyebrow piercing the longest. I took out the Lebrette because it was just too much, and it would sink into my lip. I had, like, the spike, of course, but, you know, it was annoying. I tried to pierce my nose, like, several times, like, probably 10. I mean, I had Laura, Mikey, Troy, Laura multiple times. Once she actually did it with a fucking safety pin, but when she pulled it out, it, like, kind of closed up, and it never fucking was the same after that. But I still have, like, the scar tissue on the inside of my nose, so, you know, maybe one day, but I seriously doubt it. So right now, I literally have no piercings. I just have my gauges, and I'm cool with that. Oh, excuse me, sorry, actually, I have a dermal piercing, which I don't count it as, like, my other piercings because, like, I don't know, it's just different, you know, it hooks in your face, it's not like a ring or whatever. I mean, I had probably, like, both my entire ears at one point, cartilage pierced too, so that's a lot. I've had a lot of fucking piercings. I mean, and that, you know, I still have, like, the holes from them, like, if, like, from, like, kind of close up, a little bit of a distance, I have all, like, the holes pretty pronounced, so it kind of looks like I still have them, so I kind of, like, have that, like, aesthetic, you know. But I also have, like, a shit fuck ton of freckles. Like, I don't tan, I just, you know, grow freckles, and then they get bigger, and they go together, and it looks like I'm tan, but you get close to me, and it's just freckles. It's funny, because Laura's husband's the same way, because he's an Irish motherfucker like me. But yeah, so piercings. What else? Was that it? I think that's kind of about it.